I'm JC.
I'm the Beardless, and today we're going to talk about the real dark, grimy truth of plastic straws.
Oh my gosh. Dun dun
Yeah,
dun.
you didn't see this coming, did you? You didn't know that there was a murderer lurking in your McDonald's
the ocean.
cup. In the ocean, yeah. We'll talk to you about that. We'll let you know the real truth. And JC, you found some research on that, right? Some kind of verifiable data to give you
Yes,
the real, truthful story of straws.
I did what you're supposed to do.
How you can't leave your kids at home if you have plastic straws in the kitchen.
You have to put them in a safe,
Oh yeah.
and then you got to put that safe in a safe. Lock it all up real tight. If
And
you
do-
have a straw, and you better be well trained on how to use that straw.
So if I have a straw, okay,
Mhm.
and I'm walking around in the store, if I hide the straw in my jacket, do I need a concealed straw carry permit?
Well, yeah.
Okay.
Kinda
See,
dumb
that's how dangerous they
But
are. Y'all didn't know
here's a
about
fun
this.
fact. Here in Louisiana, you can open carry your straws.
Oh,
So you
open
can
carry
have a
the
straw as long as it's not concealed.
Okay. Okay.
Also, a lot of people like to keep their straws on their nightstands at night.
But the most important thing,
But
though,
if you have
is,
kids, don't do that.
was to teach your kids young how to safely use
safely handle a
straws,
straw.
how to handle the straws, how to
So they don't
respect.
hurt- Yeah, they
the
got to learn to
straw.
respect a straw.
Right.
It's a dangerous instrument.
Yeah, and they won't be as dangerous if they grow up learning to
Yeah.
respect. Let's show them what
Yeah,
you got.
any straws that they've got open, they're concealing or putting away now.
Right. They just hit them. Yep. Go
Yep.
for it.
Good. I'm proud of you all for being responsible. So we did some research, and you will not believe the facts.
I'm ready. I
Are you
made
ready?
myself ready for it. Yeah,
I
I'm
need
ready
to.
for
I
it.
need to see you prepare.
I'm prepared.
Okay, I believe you now.
Prepared.
So, the U.S. makes up less than. Are you still preparing?
No,
Did I start
I'm,
too early?
I'm good now. No, I'm good now. I'm
Okay.
good now. Yeah.
The U.S. makes up less than 1% of global plastic pollution. Less than 1%.
Less than 1%.
Yes.
No wonder the media is going crazy about it, and California wants to
Hey
start
man, less than 1%
civil
is
war
a
over
lot.
straws.
It's like the lower you go, the worse it is, right?
Oh wow!
I think
so if we
that's how
hit
it works.
0, it's apocalypse. Straw apocalypse.
That's whenever the plastic.
pretty close.
That's whenever the plastic has become its own country.
So we're less than how much of plastic?
Less than 1%. We're at, I believe, right now 0.6%.
Okay, so that means we're at 11:59 on the doomsday clock for plastic Armageddon.
Oh yeah, we're very close to Plastigeddon.
All right, so how much of this is straws? If that's
Okay,
just
so-
plastic, how much is plastic straws?
Now this is why straws are so dangerous. You can't just act like it's not a problem, man, because 0.02% of that pollution that we cause is straws.
0.02.
Do you realize how close we are to that zero?
I know. I mean, that's 11:59, and the seconds are on like 58.
Yeah,
We're almost there.
we're so close.
Hug your children. Go home and hug your children right now.
Tell them you love them.
Tell them you love them.
You may never see them again. The
Throw
straws are
all
coming.
your straws in the trash.
Brace yourselves.
Yeah.
The straws are coming.
Okay, but so on a serious note, so this whole artificial uprising of straw apocalypse made by the left, and of course, what Starbucks got in on it, and who else? Of course, like San Francisco and Seattle, and
I'm pretty
it's
sure New York.
so they based
didn't
no
they?
data on it.
Okay, well here's where it came
There was
from.
no
Do you,
date-
do you know
okay.
where it came from?
All I remember is there was a picture with a turtle with a straw in his nose.
Okay, no. Well, that's gotten a lot of.
But they're like,
I mean,
if
they're
that
using that.
happens,
It's a
how
tool.
rare is that? It must not be that rare because we would have never seen it.
Well, it's a tool that they use, yes, but that's not where this came from. Where this came from was there's in 2011. I don't remember what year it was actually, but there was a kid whose name I've also forgotten. I'm forgetting a lot of the major details here.
Oh yeah, it was like a science
He
project.
did a
at
science
school.
project when he was
Okay,
9
I
years
got
old,
you.
and he did some math and found out that in America we use 500 or 5 million straws a day in America. So and he said that equates to, if you put them inside of a school bus, it would fill up a school bus. And that's the stat they base this on. But what they're not taking into account is the way that we dispose of our plastic. We actually do it in a more responsible way than most countries. We
Right.
don't just throw it into the ocean like most of Asia.
Right.
So
Yeah. So what countries did you say were kind of the main problem when it comes to plastic waste?
well, Asia.
Asia, just
it
Asia
makes
in
up
general.
it makes up like at least 65%. It's more
Right.
than that. I just can't remember what it is. I think I have.
Facts and numbers, a
Numbers and
data too.
facts.
All
Okay,
right.
so this isn't the one I was looking for.
Okay.
But it does have some interesting stuff on here.
Oh my
China.
goodness, China. What does China do? Do they take their so it's at the end of the week, they got their garbage, they just pick it up,
Throw it in the
walk
ocean.
down to the beach or the river, and they're like, bye-bye, and they
Yes.
just throw their trash in there? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Yeah, but it's actually a really.
Dean, you're going to have to put this picture overlay because
Well, it's-
China
no, it's
is
it's an article.
dirty. It's dirty.
It's an article. It's gonna be linked.
Okay.
But
Still, they need to see this picture just to get the oomph
well, they can.
when we're talking
you
about
wanna
it. Yeah, just pop that up real quick
Okay.
because that is...
So what it says here is that this bar right here is mismanaged plastic waste, and it's measured in metric tons. And China is at 8.80 million, or 8.8 million.
Mm-hmm.
The U.S. is at 0.3
Wow.
million,
And it
and it's
surprises
the lowest
me-
one on the chart.
See, that's what's making me wonder what China's habits are with disposing of their garbage. Because look at Brazil. Brazil is only at 0.5, and they basically have to build their towns out of leftover trash and plastic, and it just gets blown over in a bad storm into the ocean, and they're still only 0.5. So, man, wow.
And then the other, there's actually two charts here. The second one there is plastic marine debris is what it says. So the waste
Okay.
that they've actually thrown into the ocean
Right.
is 3.53 million metric tons for China, and for us it's 0.11 metric
0.11.
tons.
0.11.
0.11.
So really, absolutely almost nothing compared to where the real problems are coming from. So
Yeah.
I mean, so honestly, can we go ahead and say that we've just saved all these people heartache, trauma, tears, worry? We've just solved the straw
we
apocalypse
just solved the straw apocalypse
right now with just a few numbers, with just some
Yeah.
good old fashioned data. People, you don't have to stop using your straws. Starbucks, grow up. Stop.
San Francisco, grow up.
Yeah, stop bowing down to every Twitter mob that starts. It's the same people, okay? Oh my God, 20,000 people are outraged at straws. Those same 20,000 people are the ones that are outraged at everything.
Was it only 20,000? I would think it'd be
Well,
more than that.
I don't know. Sometimes the mob doesn't. I've seen department stores bow down to 8,000 retweets. It's
That's
like,
so dumb.
there's like over 300 million people in the United States, right? And those 8,000 people are, like I said, are the same groups.
It's
There's
a
just-
loud minority is what it is.
Yeah, there's a very loud Twitter mob minority that gets these things done, and no one else cares. But they're the only ones that do care. But they care every time on every subject, and that's the problem here. Is that we keep bowing down to these people that's their hobby. Is how can I get mad now? Wake up today. How can I get mad today?
Yeah.
Oh, I stepped on gum on the sidewalk. I bet there's a gum epidemic. Let me find some kid's science project and talk about how we need to ban gum. So, yeah, you're welcome, America.
I
Boom,
think that
right
this
here
might have
from
been-
JC and the Beardless.
I think this might have been a soft spot for you.
Yeah, a little bit, because
So-
it was one of those things that just roughly looking at estimated numbers, I was like, no, America does a really good job taking care of their
that's
garbage.
what I really want to establish that we don't need to reform the way we're handling our plastic. You can use your plastic cups, you can use your water bottles, you can use your straws. It doesn't matter because we're handling it well in the post,
Right.
and we're not contributing in any significant way to the global plastic pollution.
Right. And if ours is as bad as they say it is, then China will have us buried under plastic straws within the decade. Okay?
True.
So there's no way that we're having that big of a footprint and an impact. We're actually doing a really good job in America. We're clean. We like to bury the trash or burn
Or
the trash.
recycle it. There's a
or
lot of
recycle
recycling
the
going on
trash.
here.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of. I mean, America is kind of conscious of that, and it shows in this graph.
Yeah,
And it
it's
shows
not
which
like
countries
and
aren't
it's
conscious
this
of
graph
it.
was not created, after the straw thing happened.
Right. This is
This
all.
has
yeah.
been this is how we've been for decades. This is how we've handled our waste.
Right.
We handle it well because we do care. Sorry, 20,000 Twitter mobbers.
Right. Yeah.
But we already cared.
All right.
And
Well,
you're
so
just being annoying.
since we fixed one crisis,
Is that what we do on this show? We just
we
fix
just
the crises.
fix people's lives basically.
We
You don't need to
fix
read
America.
books. You don't need self help. You don't.
That's
need
gonna be our slogan: "Fixing America one podcast at a time."
fixing America one podcast at a time. I like it.
Yeah.
We should do that.
There you go.
And people don't need therapy anymore.
No,
Not really. No.
I mean I'm a
no,
psych major, so
no.
that's kind of
If you need
that's
therapy,
not
do
good
your
for me.
therapy.
But we're putting me out of business by giving me a business. That's weird.